I'm such a wuss that I always avoid to play hard games, but everyone started talking me about this one and the fact that it was free made me curious. Let's go straight to the point. Everyone says it's a copy of Monster Hunter. Is it really? Dauntless, it's a third-person action game focused on melee combat, with the purpose of hunting monsters. It sounds familiar already. It is played permanently online, with the option to play in cooperative mode always present. We act as a hunter whose mission is to protect the settlers of this land with floating isles from the behemoth that are the giant monsters, and this is what I know of the story. I'm still on a very low level, okay? The story seems underdeveloped, but the game is still in beta, so you cannot ask me for everything, right? Well, right. With stylized graphics that look more comparable to comics, the game performs well to its function and does not disappoint. It is easy to perceive what is scenery and what is an interactable item. I did not like the countless invisible walls in the cities, something that is already rare to see in recent games. But the soundtrack is simplistic and all the sound effects are clear and adequate, something surprising in a game that will be free to play. There is still some lag in town, which makes getting along with the other players a bit frustrating. In a nutshell, what we have to do is to kill the weaker monsters so we can collect materials and coins to evolve our weapons and armor, thus facilitating fights with stronger monsters. I had to repeat some fights as I ended up getting stuck with a stronger monster, whether it was for my lack of dexterity or for the time limit of each fight, that is 30 minutes per monster. All monsters are fair in their actions, with clear, distinct and diverse pattern of attacking movements, which we can memorize if we keep our attention and concentration, something that for me is not easy to do for such a long time. We have distinct attacks that we can use, and we can learn some combos with our evolution. All attacks have to be coupled with our stamina, which also serves to dash us from the monster attacks. There are 5 different weapons and each one provides a distinctly different fighting style. After some tests with all of them, you end up realizing which fighting style suits you the most. My favorite weapons were the blades, attached to chains, which allowed me to keep some distance from the monsters, which made it easier to correct mistakes despite dealing a bit less damage overall. It is easier to enter in the fight rhythm, dash slash repeat. What really costs is to keep concentration all the time. However, 3 other players can enter into the same party, something that facilitates immensely the combat against the monster. This makes it all much more fun, but as I usually say, playing in groups is almost always fun, no matter the game. However, the game starts to become annoying a few hours into it, because the islands are always the same, the monsters are similar between each other, and even the most evolved versions of have traces that allow us to associate with the previous ones. In a game that is so focused in combat, leaving the player annoyed with that same combat in such early stages does not sound very good. You are able to make guilds to join your friends and fight together, or join some of the already existing ones. So, is the game that good? Unfortunately not. It gets boring after a few hours. I must have played about 10 hours more or less, and I already feel tired. I will certainly going to walk in and out of it, do some fights from time to time, come out again. But even for a casual game, I can never expect to spend less than 30 minutes on it, as it is the time of each fight, and that fight is repetitive, and at this moment is that the biggest problem of the game, which left me a bit disappointed because it has a lot of good things, but it seems that something is always missing, or for for us to have the complete gaming experience, that tiny little bit of something is not there. Let's wait for the game, and it's free, so try it. See ya!